So hello everyone, let us solve another LeetCode question, that is sum root to leaf numbers. So let us read the problem statement. So you are given a root of a binary tree consisting digits from 0 to 9, and each root to leaf path in a tree represents a particular number, and we need to return the total sum of all root to leaf numbers, and the test cases are generated so that answer will fit in 32-bit integer. So let us understand this question with the help of second example. So here they have given this binary tree, and the sum of all root to leaf number is 1026. Now they have used the term root to leaf number. So what is a root to leaf number? A root to leaf number is a number starting from root and ending to any of the leaf node. Here there are 3 leaf nodes, so here we will have 3 root to leaf number. Now what is a root to leaf number actually? So let's say if we take this particular path 4, 9 and 5. So in this path we have 3 numbers. First is 4, second is 9 and the third one is 5. So the root to leaf number here will be 495. Now if we take this root 4, 9 and 1, so this is another root to leaf number. Similarly, if we take 4 and 0, so this is also a root to leaf number, and the number here will be 40. So we need to return sum of all these root to leaf number. In this case, the sum of these 3 number will be 1026. So the output is given as 1026. So this was about the question explanation. But how can we do it? So in order to do this, we can just like do a brute force kind of thing by going on to each and every path, either left or right, and starting from the root node obviously, and if we find any like leaf node, we will stop our recursion there and we will generate a number there, and we'll keep storing it in our some answer vector. So let us understand what I'm saying. So what we can do is, we are starting from root node. So what we can do, we can either go to left or we can go to right. Let's say first we go to left. So here we come across 9. Again we can go to left or right. So let's say again I go to 5. So now 5 is a leaf node. How will we decide the 5 is a leaf node? Now 5 doesn't have a left child and a right child, and a leaf node is a node which doesn't have a left child as well as right child. So let's say we are denoting a particular node in a tree by node, and if its left is equal to null as well as its right is also null, that means it is a leaf node. Now if we come across a leaf node, that means we found a particular root to leaf path, and we need to store that root to leaf number somewhere so that we can at the end add it to our final sum. So here the root to leaf number generated is 495. But again the question is, these 4, 9 and 5 are separate numbers. These are not like given in a particular, like these are not actually giving us 495. These are all separate numbers as 4, 9 and 5. So how can we generate 495 from this number 4, 9 and 5? So let us see that. Now if we are like let's say we start from 4 actually, and we then came across 9. So first we need to generate 49. After that only we can generate 495. So from 4 and 9, how can we generate 49? So what we can do is, we can multiply 4 by 10 and then add 9 in that result. So what will be the final result? It will be 49. Similarly, after 9 we will go to 5, and that is the leaf node. So how can we generate 495 from numbers 49 and 5? Because still here we will have the number 49. So again same story. What we can do is, we can multiply 49 by 10 and then add 5 to it. That will give us 495. Similarly, we will do for this leaf node and this leaf node. And in the end, after we have traversed the entire binary tree, we can so in this case we will have the one root to leaf number as 491 and the other will be 40, and the first one will be 495. So we will keep storing these numbers in some array, and in the end we will just add all these number and we'll return the answer. So this is the approach of the entire question. So let us write the code now and understand in a more better way. So let us write the code now. So we will do a recursion in this solve function, and we will pass the root node as well as the current number that we have. So we will start from 0 obviously. So after this, so again we need to have a particular vector which will store the entire root to leaf. So it will store all the root to leaf numbers. So let us say we name it by some root to leaf. Let's say we store all the root to leaf number in this vector, and we will also pass this root to leaf in this solve function, and in the end we need to take sum of all the root to leaf numbers. So what we can do is we can initialize our sum to be 0, and we will iterate to entire root to leaf array. So this function will give us all the root to leaf numbers, and in the end we will take sum of all the root to leaf numbers. So and in the end we will return the sum. Now let us see how will we generate this root to leaf number. So for that we will write the solve function now. So it is actually a void function. We'll pass the parameters as node and vector of root to leaf numbers, and we will store the current number as in the num variable. Now what is the base case in the recursion? So what if we have given the empty binary tree? So in that case what we will do, since it's an empty binary tree, we can't generate any root to leaf number, so we will return from there. Otherwise what we will what we can do, if we have the current number as num and we need to add, like if we want to generate a number, so how will we do it? We will multiply our current number by 10 and add the current node value in our num variable. So we have seen this one previously, how we generate a number, and we will keep on iterating, or we will keep doing a recursion call until we reach a leaf node. So we will go to left and right in both the direction until we reach a leaf node. So we will go to left and we will pass the num, and we will also go to right. And we will pass the num variable. Now what if we reach a leaf node? Now if we reach a leaf node, how we will check if it is a leaf node? So its left child as well as right child should be null. Now a particular node's left child as well as right child is null, that means it is a leaf node, and we need to store that root to leaf node root to leaf number in our root to leaf vector. So we will store that number in our vector. So what we are doing, again let's see, we are storing all the root to leaf numbers in this vector called root to leaf, and we are calling a recursive function solve, which will give us all the root to leaf numbers. Now how will we find root to leaf numbers? We keep on generating a number until we reach a root node. So until we reach a leaf node, sorry for that, we keep on generating number till we reach the leaf node. Once we reach the leaf node, our root to leaf number is generated, and we will store that root to leaf number in our vector root to leaf. Otherwise we will keep on going to the left child as well as right child until we get to our leaf node. And once we have generated all the root to leaf numbers, we will take sum of all of that and we will return that. So this was it about the code. Let us try on sample test cases if it works or not. So I have to use node here. So yeah, it works fine on sample test case. Let us submit it. So yeah, our solution got accepted. Hope you learned from this video. Thank you.